Borley Rectory, the most haunted house in England. Once known as the most haunted house in England, Borley Rectory was a seemingly ordinary house in the quiet village of Borley, Essex. Built in 1862 by Reverend Henry Bull, it was initially intended to be a peaceful home for the rector and his family. However, from the start, strange occurrences began, entwining the rectory in a web of paranormal lore that would last long after its tragic end. The building was a Gothic, gloomy structure with narrow hallways, tall windows, and ivy climbing up its brick walls. Borley Rectory's isolated location on the edge of a dense wood only added to its mystery. The eerie happenings began shortly after it was built, with locals claiming that the area was cursed. Rumor had it that centuries earlier, a monk and a nun from nearby monasteries had attempted to elope. Tragically, they were captured, and while the monk was executed, the nun was walled up alive in an underground chamber, a chilling tale that was believed to have stained the land forever. The Reverend and his family were the first to report ghostly sightings and unexplained phenomena. They described seeing a phantom nun, often gliding silently across the garden at twilight. Servants and visitors alike claimed to witness strange figures lurking in the shadows, the disembodied murmur of prayers, and even loud footsteps echoing through the house when no one was around. Doors would slam shut without cause, and icy drafts would sweep through rooms in the middle of summer. The family grew accustomed to these strange occurrences but could never explain them. The strange happenings intensified after Henry Bull's death in 1892, and his son Harry took over as rector. Harry Bull was fascinated by the hauntings and would often watch for the ghostly nun from a window he called the Nun's Walk. On some evenings, he claimed to see her wandering in the same path, her figure dissolving into the misty woods at the edge of the property. Over time, Harry became increasingly unsettled by the apparitions. When he passed away in 1927, some said that his restless spirit joined the others haunting Borley Rectory. Things only worsened when Reverend Guy Smith and his wife moved into the rectory in 1928. They, too, experienced eerie phenomena, like bell pulls tugging themselves, messages scrawled on walls, and objects that would move on their own. At one point, Mrs. Smith found a skull in one of the cupboards, a chilling discovery that made her question the rectory's dark past. When the Smiths reached out for help, paranormal investigator Harry Price took an interest in Borley Rectory, eager to uncover the truth. Price and his team conducted a series of investigations, claiming to witness stones being thrown, strange odors filling the air, and cold spots that seemed to shift from room to room. Price documented encounters with apparitions, most notably the ghostly nun, and the messages that appeared on walls pleading, "Please help me," and "Mary Ann, light mass prayers." He was convinced that Borley Rectory was haunted by tortured souls, and his sensational reports caught the public's imagination, solidifying the house's reputation as England's most haunted home. Reverend Lionel Foyster, the next occupant, moved in with his wife, Mary Ann, and daughter Adelaide in 1930. The hauntings escalated to physical attacks, with Mary Ann reportedly being slapped, objects flung across the room, and her hair pulled by invisible hands. She also claimed to see the ghostly nun and said she had nightly visions of shadowy figures lurking in her room. Lionel attempted multiple exorcisms, but they only seemed to provoke the spirits further. Eventually, the Foysters abandoned the house, and Borley Rectory was left to decay. In 1939, the rectory was gutted by a fire, rumored to be caused by the spirits themselves. Witnesses reported seeing ghostly figures in the flames and the faint outline of a nun standing in a window, her sorrowful face illuminated against the fire's light. The building was ultimately demolished in 1944, but the haunted legends didn't end with its destruction. Locals still claim that the grounds of Borley Rectory remain haunted. Visitors report hearing whispers on the wind, footsteps crunching on the gravel, and the faint outline of a veiled figure wandering the garden paths. The spectral nun is said to appear on moonlit nights, endlessly searching for peace that was denied her in life. Though Borley Rectory is gone, its haunting spirit lives on, as mysterious and chilling as ever. Its reputation as the most haunted house in England endures, a testament to the terror that once lay within its walls. In the end, Borley Rectory's story is one of loss, tragedy, and unsolved mystery. Whether a curse lingers on its land or merely the echoes of the past, no one can say for sure. But for those who dare to wander its grounds, the air is thick with the promise of the supernatural, a reminder that not all spirits find their peace.